Right, it's going to be a reasonably short blog this week because there's not very much to say. I have look out for my recap video from 146, which is up shortly, and the next predictions video. Also, there was a midweek event about a week and a half ago. I never did a recap video for, so look out in the end titles of this blog for how I did there, you know, with the prediction sort of summary and who I'm awarding Fighter of the Card to. There's several things to mention. First, if you didn't know, Jens The Budgie has died. I've thought long and hard about a few things to do with that. First, I'm still working on producing the memorial video for that, and secondly, I've decided that there must always be a Jens The Budgie, and therefore I am on the hunt for a new bird that I can basically call the same name. There isn't any restriction on it having to be a cobalt blue, but I would like another cobalt blue, so who knows, it could be some weeks away. But that's the idea. Until then, Joshua obviously is now the most senior bird in the flock, so to speak. So he is leading the flock until a suitable replacement turns up. Thank you to all those who sent in their condolences. I even had a card sent to me, so it means quite a lot that people have, you know, sent their condolences, because this wasn't just the death of a bird. You know, the Pulver House of Birds has suffered greatly since its instigation, with a load of birds dying, but Jens was the original and the best. He was the oldest, and I've had him far longer than all the rest, so it really was the end of an epoch. Now, speaking of epochs, the next video that gets uploaded will be my 1000th video in terms of being public. Believe it or not, I passed the 1000 mark some moons ago, but a lot of those videos are private and only viewable to me. Now, in terms of the first public broadcast to hit that 1K mark, that will be up this weekend. So thank you to all the people who have helped me in ways, you know, supported me online, like Squared Octagon and the Phantom Knee, who sort of host, or who have in the past hosted my predictions and recap events, and all the people who are actually subscribed to me, and the several forums that I post on where people actually watch and give feedback sometimes. Tabula Rasa, now that is a Latin phrase for blank slate, and I'm going to misuse the concept a bit, because really it's supposed to describe somebody before they have undergone development, and their personality is supposed to be completely blank and impressionable. I want to use it for starting afresh, wiping the slate clean, and the slate I'm talking about... Sorry, I'm just going to change arms. The slate I'm talking about is Granville Road, because all being well, the war with British Gas will come to an end this week if I manage to cash their cheque. Yes. The most recent news is that since complaining in an official capacity, I've had responses by emails from the managing director and the sort of customer relations, and they have issued several bills in short succession, each one dropping. And the last bill that I got this week was, thank you very much, was £0. So I now supposedly owe British Gas absolutely nothing. It's been a very, very long time coming. We're talking sort of 3-4 months now. They did send a goodwill gesture, which was not huge. It was under 150, let's put it that way. And the money for that is going to go into the savings that we would have made had none of this happened. We are behind on savings, 2 months worth of £50. So the first 100 of that will be paid directly into these new accounts, and we will have made up for lost time there. So that's good. I am still going to go to the Ombudsman, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't believe they've sorted out the problem at all. I think they've written it off in terms of me, because I made enough of a fuss about it. But I think the next person that moves in there will probably have the same problem. So I'm going to go and write to the Ombudsman anyway, but I'm not expecting that to really get anywhere, other than them obviously reviewing my case, probably with British Gas, but I don't suppose that will concern me. It's just something that I have to do, thinking that there could be somebody else about to go into there that will end up in my position. But it does mean now that the very last tie holding me to Granville Road, presuming that this cheque cashes, will be severed. That will be done. I will finally have finished the moving process from Granville Road into Markenfield, and it will be, that's the end of that. I can finally move on. I have absolutely no connection with it at all, which, despite having been there 6 years, and despite having already been in Markenfield for 3 or 4 months now, that is a great relief for me.